Welcome back. More Gintama, something that you can't really stay away from because we are head first into a battle between sister, brother, and father in the remnants of their home. And all the while, there's still a massive war raging on around them, and a seemingly invincible power fueled by a planet actually joining the fray, which is going to be interesting. But with Gintama's lesson of camaraderie and pulling together for a greater threat. Let's see where this goes. Going on a talk about the strongest in the universe going through space. I like that the frogs looking out at the sky, thinking that's all they can see is all that exists. The universe is so much wider. I mean, strongest in the universe they've met so far. Kanko. And seeing, young Mutsu before she became a space merchant. And Umibozo's past, how many has he become acquainted with in his many battles and journeys? But having those contacts out there who would kind of hopefully leap to your aid when needed would be quite nice, rather than would you want to be immortal and at the top with no one to rely on? Or actually be able to have a network of people that you know and support you with? And of course, the little fight between Umibozu, Kagura. Nope, forgotten his name. But interrupted, we saw at the end of it, so now that they've got a greater threat, they're going to have to really come together. And this is the kind of thing that I have been waiting for, now that we've seen battles and struggling for a while, but now that he's down here in the field, there will always be conflict, whether it be over land, resources, or just personal grudges. Here, who really cares? How's he going to feel about having this little fight interrupted? It's always good to assume that there's someone out there who knows more than you. The first step and a move there. There's a lot going on right now, and some explosions you can ignore, but others... why do they have such killing intent? I remember Hosen. Even the strongest in the universe, could you fight back against a tsunami? Is he the strongest physically, or in a martial kind of way, or just because he's out there in so many battles? That's a giant pill bug. Great. More Altana monsters that are created. It's not just people gaining immortality, there's everything that touches gets a taste of power. Such luscious locks. A good enough reason as any to charge in like that. Oh. He might need to explain. I don't understand it personally myself. In a moment of great struggle and pain, and when your life is at stake, there are those that think of procreation immediately. And it seems as though he is experiencing that once again. Calm down! A reason to continue fighting on. That's a clean cut from a punch. His he'll just have to keep cutting until it stops regenerating. The reason why the woman was on the planet with all the creatures and the Orochi and... Who indeed? One who seems to be able to stand up for themselves. And take down a creature like that without so much of a battle. I like the little backing track for this. That was quite the reaction. But, and if they're still here, then there's still hope in the planet. Ooh, being... Oh, they're not being killed or anything, just have a nap. All life on this planet, however mutated. Damn it. But how's she going to act with him battling his way through just to have a chat? Yeah, his life means very little in the way of a pretty face. 10 out of 10 for an attempt. Which was the biggest hindrance to her, the multi-headed Orochi or him? Oh yes, is there a copyright free, copyright friendly Starbucks on this planet still? It's like cockroaches, they'll survive anywhere. What's that noise? Ah. Squelch. Well, the fact that he kind of stuck around and he has some etiquette at least. Will he be greeted with open arms? I see. So, much like a very over-eager puppy, just... living alongside the new nature. What a great diet they're having. She's too attached to her homeland. Why would she think about going anywhere else? Like one of those people who are just so determined not to leave their place of birth, despite everything. What a lonely lonely existence. I mean, you might just need to boil his shoes for a little bit and they'll be tender enough. Not sure about the smell, though. She hasn't had time to think about that. She has a sense of duty to the planet itself. There you go. Doesn't want to leave. She still sees this place as beautiful and a paradise. True, that sense of freedom to do whatever you like. But the fact we're getting this extended. She's so expressionful. Is that a word? But extended scenarios showing his life. My God. And she'll still hold this place in her heart. Yeah, extended scene history of them after we saw the battle begin with Umabozo. Does that mean there's something bad on the horizon? Or are we just seeing the reason why he fights so hard? It's a backwards place. Still trying to find its way in the universe. He's trying so hard. The time came and went. That's not a no. It's a start. To think that he came and invaded her lonely world. Oh no, he's so happy. This is going to be bad. And the reason why she said she would if she could. As if leading the way. Trying to purposely give him a silent goodbye without making it too obvious. I'm not sure that's entirely necessary. She's so conflicted and confused in this moment. He feels alone. giving up his spacefaring to settle down on this barren land. Well, at least they have a pet. Might have like 60 odd heads, but it's going to take a lot to feed it. Well, for keeping it company for so long. Gonna try and remember to mute that part. But considering his yeah, it's not the monsters or any of those battles which he would be terrified of. Of course, his wife would be the greatest of all opponents. That's one way of looking at it. The goal. What to be the first? But to think that even in a race like the Yato and a home destroyed like that. It was more literal than anything else. He killed Mother. Yep. Of course, that's why he would. The conclusion he would come to. But for a clan living on the planet with all of that energy, kind of like how the immortal Shoyo guy is connected to that power. She was as well in some sense, and it was keeping her alive. Or she just had some sort of terminal illness and used that as an excuse. And he can say that his father killed the mother by having her step away from the planet and try and forge out a life elsewhere. But at the end of the day, it was still her decision. She decided to go along with that adventure. It was worth it to her. And like I was saying, with that extended scene showing Omibozu and then the mother of his children, we kind of knew how that little story was going to end because, well, we've been told it several times in various ways. But my thinking is that because we're now reliving it from his point of view like that, are we gonna say farewell to one of the universe's strongest? Have the children really trying to understand what's most important here? And if we take this kind of on its surface with that that giant multi-headed monster being a sort of dog as it turned out to be further along. I don't think the best impression to leave after meeting someone for the first time is to start kicking their dog in the face. Even if it has 59 heads and is currently attacking you. Don't think there's really much you could say after that. I also don't think it would be really a situation that too many of us are going to find ourselves in, so really what's there to think about? All I do know is that Umebozo had a lot of persistence coming to a world like this and fighting through it, because well, part of him was telling him to, but so was his heart. But of course, yeah, Kamui was always going to claim that the father killed his mother by taking her away from the planet, causing her to deteriorate to such an extent. Although she seemed so happy and content. How much must this little boy be hurting, missing his mummy? Of course, losing a mother is something that I don't think is really ever something you can really get over, and probably best if you don't. And if it is kind of the same as Utsuro, where she's connecting to the planet and this Ultana source, and just being away from it killed her. Does that lead us to think of how we can try and take down the immortal man? Just have to break his connection to the power somehow. But also seeing Kolka being so kind of straight-laced, devoid of any kind of external massive expressions and emotion, and then we cut to her family and oh dear, what went wrong here? They're not like the mother at all. But what a little storyline to sneak in here while we're also fighting the big and dangerous battle. Have a little story of love and loss. Giving us more of a pretext to why there's always this kind of father-son battle going on now. But when you've got a storyline like this, and emotions flaring to the extent I'm assuming there were going to be, accusations of killing family, while all sides loved them, it's something that Gintama is going to do quite well. It actually manages to hit a lot of the right notes, while also interspersing a few jokes amongst them. So I'm expecting a lot from the next episode, and hopefully you are too. So if you've enjoyed this one, let me know. Leave a like on the video to help out Gintama. Comment down below to help out me. Subscribe to the channel for yourself. But for now, get yourselves a bit of rest. Pet your guard dog. And I'll see you in the next one.